Sometimes Reiki is soft music and tears. Sometimes it's warm hands and someone melting into the table like butter. And sometimes it feels like wrestling an alligator. This is a true healing story about a man who couldn't surrender, and what actually happens when someone's soul hasn't fully come back into their body. He came to see me after surgery. He said, "I just haven't felt like myself since." That phrase is important. When someone says, "I don't feel like myself," I feel beside myself. Something's off. That's usually not poetic language. That's diagnostic. Something left. Something shifted. Someone isn't fully back in the body. He's also a healer. 30 years as a nurse. Strong personality. Used to holding everyone else together. Which often means he doesn't know how to lie down. From the moment he walked in, I could feel it. Hypervigilance. He scanned the room. Tea? Suspicious. Water? Questionable. Feather pillow? What do you mean by feathers? The heated crystal mat? Tested it 6 times before lying down. And I'm thinking internally, "Buddy, just get in the bed." But I didn't say that. Because control like that isn't arrogance. It's fear. Not even unconscious. I could feel the story wasn't fully true. Not because I care about the vaccine, but because I could feel the nervous system under it. He wasn't heroic. He was afraid. Which is human. But he needed to present strong. Then he told me that during surgery, he questioned the anesthesiologist because she looked anxious. He felt it was important to make sure she was okay. Of course he did. He cannot surrender. And when someone with that level of vigilance goes under anesthesia, sometimes the soul rises out. Sometimes fragmentation happens. Sometimes opportunistic energies attach. And when they wake up, they say, "I don't feel like myself," because they aren't fully back. When I started the session, the music kept cutting out. I use a brand new Bluetooth speaker. It has never glitched before. During his treatment, it developed a stutter. The entire time. The energy in the room was chaotic. He fidgeted constantly. Corrected my pressure. "Your hands are too heavy." He wouldn't drop. If you're a practitioner, you know this feeling. It feels like wrestling an alligator. You're not fighting the person. You're holding steady while their nervous system thrashes. Because underneath that control, his system was terrified. And spiritually, his field was crowded. There were attachments. Call them entities, fragments, trauma defenses. I don't care what language you prefer. He wasn't fully home. About 35 to 40 minutes in, he finally dropped. Not sleep. Drop. Fight or flight flipped into rest and digest. That's the moment practitioners wait for. It typically takes about 20 minutes for a skilled Reiki practitioner to help a nervous system shift. That's when the magic happens. That's when executive function comes back online. That's when the body and soul can finally take a breath together. That's when the alligator stops thrashing. And that's when I saw it. The field cleared. Attachments left. His soul climbed back into his body. You can feel it when that happens. The room gets quiet in a different way. Then I placed my hands on his solar plexus. Power center. Control center. He snapped right back out. "You're too heavy." Of course he did. Control lives there. Instead of receiving the healing, instead of asking himself why that spot activated him, he became the critic. That's a common defense. So I didn't wrestle harder. I worked the edges, feet, shoulders, sides of the body. You don't overpower control. You outlast it. The more terrifying surrender feels. Nervous system issues doctors won't fully diagnose. Of course he does. He spent 30 years telling everyone else to breathe. Relax. Let it go. That's the healer paradox. The ones who hold everyone rarely know how to lie down. And the more competent someone is. After the session, I told him to drink water. He took 2 tiny sips. "I don't drink tap water." "It's filtered," I said. "It's good water." 2 sips. That's it. I told him his nervous system was on fire. That he was like an exhausted soldier coming home from war. Denial. Didn't know what I meant. He paid me in cash. Explained he doesn't touch money for a while before putting it in his wallet. Okay, sure. And I just sighed. Because when someone is that fussy, that's not personality. That's fear wearing a lab coat. Here's what matters. Healing isn't always gentle. Sometimes you are steady while someone's entire identity fights surrender. That doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're doing the work. His nervous system did settle. He became grounded again. I saw the entities leave. His soul came back in. Did he open fully? No. Was he ready for the deeper truth? Not yet. But healing happened. Micro steps count. If you're the one who scans every room, questions every practitioner, can't lie down, corrects pressure, barely drinks the water, you're not difficult. You're tired. You've been strong too long, and surrender feels like danger. And if you've ever felt like you were wrestling an alligator in a healing session, don't panic, don't shrink, don't doubt yourself. Stay steady, work the edges, wait for the drop. Sometimes Reiki is feathers and tears. Sometimes it's grit and sovereignty, both are sacred. And sometimes, the alligator is exactly why they needed you. Thanks for being here, and if you enjoyed this story, be sure to like and subscribe.